So yes, I have been to see Black Panther, and I thought it was very well done for a comic book movie. And in fact, I think out of all of the Marvel movies, at least, I think it's perhaps the best one. I would say this one and probably Winter Soldier are my two favorite, Marvel films at least. And in short summary, I thought maybe out of even compared to Winter Soldier, I thought the pacing on this movie was really good. It didn't leave me wanting for like, all right, come on, let's get the movie moving along here. I thought the pacing was very well done. I thought the acting was pretty decent. I saw some people say, that, Chadwick Boseman's acting was a little bit woody, or same thing for, his name is escaping me now for some reason, but the guy that played Killmonger, maybe. But then again, I'm not expecting this to be, all the president's men or something. This is, it's superheroes. So I thought it was good. Well paced. Man, I thought the set design, the costumes were really, really cool. The clothing and all that, I thought that was really cool. Well done. I liked the accents. Special effects, I just thought were okay. Not bad, not stunning, but I thought they were good. So yeah, so some of the other aspects that I liked about the movie. So I think Kilgrave's character was really, I thought his character brought up and perhaps put into, it allowed a non-black audience to maybe get inside the head of some issues that as African Americans that we might either, not just that we would struggle with, but things that would be of particular concern to us. And I thought they did a good way of actually making non-black audiences be able to relate to that. So for instance, like the tension between somebody like his character, who is, either like, literally half African, half African American, but let's just say he's African American, and then Africans, right? And I know, well, certainly in the Muslim community there, I have experienced that tension between Africans who are, to be quite blunt, are not always thrilled to want to interact or claim, right, African Americans. That a lot of times it seems like we embarrass them, or, anyway, I thought that they, like his tension as a character and his beef with his people, right, and his roots, I thought, for me personally, I thought that was actually really well done. I thought that was something important that would make you think, other than just, things exploding, which, that kind of thing, of course, it's always fun. So I appreciated that. Some of his commentary as well about, the woman who, in the museum, about, where'd you get these artifacts from? So, I like the little jabs that his character took, that he wasn't just like an evil villain who sat around dry washing his hands, I thought that was good. The concern, or like, really posing that question, like, well, if you are a race of super technologically advanced Africans in the face of other people in the diaspora facing, persecution and oppression, what would you do? I thought that was also, really interesting to tackle and bring up. And I liked how it showed, T'Challa's character, his relationship with his father, and how attached he was to his father. Given the stereotypical portrayal of black males being fatherless, and black men not being in their kids' lives and so on, I thought that was also poignant, So these are just some of the things I personally enjoyed and picked up along the way. In terms of the claims of the film being Islamophobic, I find that really preposterous. The one 30-second segment of the film that portrays, somebody that's from a sort of Boko Haram type group saying, Wallahi, I'll, shoot you or whatever. I mean, look, not all Muslims are great, and for us to demand that Islam always is portrayed in some sort of, idealistic light. So I really, I fail to see the Islamophobia part of the film. Some things that I might have done different, or maybe one of my biggest critiques of the film, which is small, is that I was a little disappointed. I mean, I understand it's like this epic film, right? So you need to have a sense of resolution. But, if Bucky Barnes, who was like this assassin that killed all these people, that killed Iron Man's parents, right? Literally like beat them to death or whatever, but he could be redeemed. Why couldn't, right, Killmonger's character be redeemed, right? So I get from a cinematic point of view, it's a great resolution to the film that he dies. And you do get a sense that, T'Challa is conflicted about having to kill one of his own family members, right? And for those of us in Black America, intra-family violence is not an unheard of thing, right? And then of course there's the whole black on black crime and black males fighting each other. But what are you going to do? I mean, if it's going to be an African superhero and he's fighting against an African supervillain or African American supervillain, then I guess there's no way around that. But it did make me think, like, okay, so a character that was white, that also was good, but became evil, is able to be redeemed, but this character couldn't. That's just one thing that I felt, while I understand the cinematic point of view of trying to resolve the film, just made me feel like, well, if they could do it for Bucky Barnes, why couldn't they do it for him? But all that aside, I really enjoyed the film. I cannot understand all of the Pan-African Hotep woke people and Muslims as well, trashing the film, but each to his own. So I liked it. I guess my last comments on it would be, I never freeze.